Hello everyone, my name is Rosika and welcome back to my channel Learn with Rosika. Really very sorry I was not able to upload this series of video for the past few days, but no worries, I'm back with question number 4 of exercise 3.1 of chapter 3 of NCERT class 10 mathematics book. So let's see what the question says. Which of the following pairs of equations are consistent / inconsistent? If consistent, obtain the solution graphically. So we have been provided with 4 questions in question number 4 on which we have to check if they are consistent or inconsistent. I have already explained what consistent and inconsistent lines are in my previous video. So I would suggest you to go back to the video of exercise 3.1 previous questions and see what consistent and inconsistent lines are. So over here we will be directly using this concept to find the answers. Also, next part of this question is, first after finding out if these lines are consistent or inconsistent, next we have to find the solutions graphically. If it is consistent, then we need to find the actual solution of these questions. Okay, so let's start. We have question number 1. First, the coefficients. We will take coefficients of both the equations. That is, for the first one, let's say equation 1, the coefficients are a1 equals to 1, the coefficient of x, b1 equals to 1, the coefficient of y, and c1 equals to -5. I forgot one step. X plus y minus 5 equals to 0. This is how you have to rearrange the equation first and then find out c1, which is -5. Okay, let's move to the next. Equation 2. 2x plus 2y equals to 10. Rearrange. 2x plus 2y minus 10 equals to 0. 0. And here we get a2 equals to 2, b2 equals to 2, and c2 equals to -10. Let us check the condition. a1 by a2 equals to 1 by 2, as a1 is 1, a2 is 2. Again, b1 by b2 is also 1 by 2, as we can see from the values over here. c1 and c2 equals to -5 by -10. Minus cancels out, and this can be further simplified to half. So here we can see a1 by a2 is equals to b1 by b2 is equals to c1 by c2. From the condition, we know that this is a coincident line with infinitely many solutions. Those lines are known as consistent lines. Okay, so here we got the first part of the question, that is, we have to check if these linear equations are consistent or inconsistent. We got to know, or we calculated that these lines are consistent lines. Now we have to find the solution graphically. Solution is infinitely many solutions, right? So in that case, both the lines are the same lines. For example, this is line A, then this is line B. So both these lines coincide with each other. That means the equation of the line has to be the same. For first, we already have a simplified version of the equation. Now we have to convert the second one, which will look same to the first. Equation 2, we have 2x plus 2y equals to 10. Here we will take 2 common. X plus y equals to 10. Next we will have x plus y equals to 10 by 2, which is 5. So we got x plus y equals to 5. Since over here both the equations are same, what we can do is we will directly find out the solution. That is, y equals to 5 minus x. X will move to the right hand side. Y equals to 5 minus x, and this is the answer. Because there are infinitely many solutions, Because of that, it is not possible for us to find the actual solutions of it. If these lines would have intersected in one point, then this would have been a single solution. We would have been able to find the exact solution graphically. But since these have infinitely many solutions, it is not possible, or for every value of x provided over here, the actual value of y that we will get is 5 minus x. So this is your solution. For example, let's say if we take x equals to 0, at that point of time y equals to 5 minus 0, which is 5. So y will be 5. Let's say for x equals to 1, y equals to 5 minus 1, which is 4. So y would be 4. This is how you will get solution from this answer. So here we completed question number 1. Let's move to question number 2. For question number 2, we have equation 1, x minus y equals to 8, for which a1 equals to 1, b1 equals to minus 1, and c1 equals to minus 8. When you rearrange, you will get the value of c1. Equation 2 will be 3x minus 3y equals to 16. Here a2 equals to 3, b2 equals to minus 3, and c2 equals to minus 16. Over here 16 will be rearranged after rearranging 16 from on this equation. Next we can check a1 by a2 is 1 by 3, b1 by b2 is minus 1 by minus 3, which is 1 by 3. c1 by c2 is minus 8 by minus 16, which is half. Minus will cancel out. So here we can see the condition is a1 by a2 is equals to b1 by b2, which is not equals to c1 by c2. Since a1 by a2, b1 by b2 is 1 by 3 and 1 by 3, and c1 by c2 is half. In this condition, these are parallel inconsistent lines, or parallel lines which also happen to be inconsistent. So from this condition we can say now, since they are inconsistent pair of lines, they don't have any solutions. If this is x and y axis, then these will be the lines. So there are no, or there is not a single solution in this question. So we need not have to obtain the solution graphically. Let's move to the third one. Equation 1 is 2x plus y minus 6 equals to 0. Let me change the marker, and yes, this is good. a1 equals to 2, b1 equals to 1, and c1 equals to minus 6. 4x minus 2y minus 4 equals to 0. Here a2 equals to 4, b2 equals to minus 2, and c2 equals to minus 4. Let us check with the condition. a1 by a2 will be 2 by 4, which is half. b1 by b2 will be 1 by 2 minus 2, which is minus half, and c1 by c2 is minus 6 by minus 4, which is 2 into 2 is 4, 2 into 3 is 6, so 3 by 2. Here we can see that all of them are unequal. Here we can see a1 and a2 equals to b1 is not equals to, b1 by b2. That is, a1 by a2 is half and b1 by b2 is minus half. So a1 by a2 is not equals to b1 by b2. This condition leads us to the conclusion that is therefore, so since these are consistent pair of lines and intersect each other, for that case we have to find the solution graphically. So let's graph it. To find the solution, let's again write equation 1, that is 2x plus y minus 6 equals to 0. Here let us take, where do I write it? Let me write it over here so that it will be visible later on. And for two values, let x equals to, first we will take 0. If it is the case, then 2 into 0 plus y minus 6 equals to 0, y minus 6 equals to 0, since 2 into 0 is 0, and we get y equals to 6. Next case will be, let us take x equals to 5. When we take x equals to 5, it will give us 10 plus y minus 6 equals to 0, or y will be 6 minus 10, which is minus 4. So here we can write, when x equals to 0, y is 6, and when x equals to 5, y is minus 4. Let's move to the next. Again, let us take x equals to 0. Then 4 into 0 minus 2y minus 4 equals to 0. 4 into 0 is 0, minus 2y equals to, when I take 4 to the right hand side, or it will give us minus 4 by 2, that is minus 2. Let us check the next part over here. Let x equals to, what do we take x equals to? Let us take 1. So when we take x equals to 1, we get 4 minus 2y minus 4 equals to 0, or 4 minus 4 will be cancelled out over here itself. Minus 2y equals to 0, 0, y equals to 0 minus 0 by minus 2, which is 0. So we get over here, when x equals to 0, y is minus 2, and when x equals to 1, y is 0. Now let us plot. When x was 0, when x is 0, y was 6. So we will point this. And when x was 5, y was minus 4. So when we plot this, we will get this point. Now let us draw a straight line. Perfect. Next, when x is 0, y is minus 2. X is 0, y is minus 2. And when x is 1, y is 0. So this is the point. Let us draw a line over here again. As we can see, the point at which these lines intersect is from x-axis, the distance is 2, and on y-axis also the distance is 2. So here we can conclude is x equals to 2, y equals to 2. Since this is the point 2, 2. X equals to 2, y equals to 2. And this is your answer. So this is the last question. Here from equation 1, we can see a1 is 2, b1 is minus 2, and c1 is also minus 2. In this equation 2, in the second case, a2 equals to 4, b2 equals to minus 4, and c2 equals to minus 5. a1 by a2 is 2 by 4, which is half. b1 by b2 is minus 2 by minus 4, which is again half. Minus gets cancelled out. c1 by c2 is minus 2 by minus 5, which is 2 by 5. That means a1 by a2 is equals to b1 by b2, and which is not equals to c1 by c2, as we can see from these three values. This indicates that these lines, let me ask you this question. What does this condition indicate? Let me know in the comment box. Do these lines intersect each other? Are these consistent or are parallel lines? Let me know in the comments. So here we came to an end of this video, and do not worry, I'll not be leaving this question unanswered. I will check your answers in the comment box and then I'll provide the correct answer for it. Okay, so this is all for this video. We will meet up in the next video. Till then, subscribe to my channel, stay tuned, and bye bye.